Hello students, welcome to Suraj School Bhiwadi. Today we are going to start chapter number 6. Okay, so chapter number 6, the chapter name is lines and angles. So first thing is to understand what is a line and what is an angle. So let us study about what is a line, what is a angle. So let us start. Line. In your earlier classes you have studied about line segment and ray. So what is a line beta? Line is something which do not have a finite length, but when we talk about line segment has two endpoints, 1 and 2, and has a finite length. And what is ray? Ray has one endpoint and one, on the other hand, one arrow. So a ray also don't have the finite length. So a part of a line with one endpoint is called a ray, and the line segment is a part of a line with two endpoints. So line segment and ray are part of a line. Line do not have a finite length. Line can be extended anywhere on any side. Now next thing is to understand about angle. What is an angle? So what is an angle? An angle is formed when two rays originate from the same point. When two rays originate from the same end point. Let us draw. Suppose I am taking, this is end point and these are the two rays. An angle is formed when two rays originate. Here there are two rays, they are originating from the same end point. This end point is known as vertex, and these two rays are known as arms. So what is an angle? An angle is formed when two rays originate from the same end point. The rays making an angle are called the arms, and the end point is called the vertex. Now in your junior classes you have studied about many types of angles. So let us study all those angles one by one. First is acute angle. So what is an acute angle? An angle whose measure is between 0 and 90 degree. Between 0 and 90. Then comes right angle. So what is a right angle? An angle whose measure equal to 90 degree. Then third is, on the basis of angle, obtuse angle, whose measure is more than 90 but less than 180. So these are the three types of angles. Acute angle whose measurement is less than 90 or more than 0. And what is a right angle? Whose measure is equal to 90 degree. And what is an obtuse angle? Whose value is more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. Then also we have, suppose this is a line, then this angle is known as straight angle. So what is a straight angle beta? Whose measure is equal to 180 degree. Suppose there is an angle, this one. So this kind of angle is known as reflex angle. Reflex angle is that angle whose value is more than 180 degree and less than 360 degree. Then you have one angle that is complete 360 degree. This is known as complete angle. Okay, so you have studied about acute angle, more than 0 but less than 90. Then we studied about right angle whose measure is equal to 90 degree. Then we studied about obtuse, more than 90 degree. Then we studied about straight more than 90 and less than 180. Okay, and straight angle equal to 180. Now reflex angle is equal to more than 180 but less than 360. Then we studied about the complete angle, that is known as major equal to 360 degree. Now there are another topics, complementary angles and another is supplementary angles. So what are complementary angles, beta? Two angles are said to be complementary if the sum of two angles is equal to 90 degree, and the sum of two angles is said to be supplementary if their sum is 180 degree. Fine. So what do you mean by complementary angles whose sum is equal to 90, and what do you mean by supplementary whose sum is equal to 180 degree? Then the next thing is adjacent side, adjacent angles. Okay, so suppose I am drawing these angles. So you can see here there are two angles. They will be called as adjacent. Why? Because it has one arm in common. So two angles are said to be adjacent if there is one arm common. If there is one arm common, then the angles are said to be adjacent. Here you can see that this arm is common. In angle 1 the ray are 1 and 2, and here these are the rays. This is common. So if the two angles have one arm common, it is known as adjacent angle. Now suppose we talk about these kind of angles. So what do you see here? This is a common ray. What do you see? This is a common ray, and these two are known as non-common rays. So if non-common rays make a straight line, these are the non-common rays, if they make a straight line, then the angle so formed is known as linear pair angles. Then the angle so formed is known as linear pair angles. These two are also known as adjacent, but if the non-common side make a line, then these are known as linear pair angles. Now let's talk about vertically opposite angle. Suppose these are the two lines, the angles, these angles are known as vertically opposite angle. This is a vertex, they are facing towards each other, so vertically opposite angles. So these are formed when two lines AB and CD intersect at O, then the angle AOD and the angle COB are known as vertically opposite angles. Also this angle and this angle is vertically opposite angles. After this there are two things, intersecting lines and non-intersecting lines. Non-intersecting lines will not meet and intersecting lines will meet. For example, I am drawing these two lines, so you can see that these are intersecting at a point, but when we draw the two parallel lines, these are non-intersecting. Non-intersecting are also known as parallel lines. So the perpendicular distance between these two parallel lines is always equal. So two lines are said to be intersecting if they meet at a point, and two lines are said to be non-intersecting if the perpendicular distance between the two lines is same. Now next thing is, suppose there is a ray and there are many rays standing on this line A, B, C, D, E. So sum of all these angles is known as 180 degree. Okay, sum of all angles on the same side of a line is known as 180 degree. And suppose if I will draw a line and many rays from here So the sum of all angle making here, the sum of all angles around a point is known as 360. The sum of all angles around a point is 360 degree. I hope you understand all the basics. Thank you so much. God bless you.